Did you just click on this video and not subscribe?
That's fucked up. Come on, people, let's go. Get there.
It's another episode of Call Him Papi. David Ortiz, Fernando Tatís Jr., the face of baseball.
El niño.
Yeah, I crowned this dude the face of baseball last year. Everyone's like jumping on his ass this year. No. We were ahead of that bandwagon. When you walked in, you're pretty tight. I want to know, like, how did you meet? When was the first time you met David?
Since I have memory.
What was that first memory like for you though? Because I feel like obviously growing up in a clubhouse, there's some intimidating guys, there's some like regular ass guys. This dude, I mean, you see him and he lights up the room. What was that like?
That's definitely like you call it. No, but since I have memory, I've been seeing David all around. He's just been a really good friend with my dad, and just the history, the vibe that he represents when he comes into a room is he just brings energy to everybody, and the way he treated me as a kid is just unbelievable.
I should give you a heads up before this interview. So, when you are hanging out with El Nino, my boy right here, gotta bring your blings in, bro.
I know. I mean, I feel poor now.
That's very disrespectful. Right there, by the way. Anyway, so my boy right here, I've been watching him since he was a baby boy, running around the clubhouse, swinging at everything. I mean, I'm not surprised with what he had become to be, because that is on his gym. His father, who is like a brother to me, have encouraged him so well and so good. Yesterday I called him and I was like, I called him a couple of days ago for this, and he called me yesterday. He was like, 11? Okay, I'll be there at 11, because he's so disciplined at the way he handled business. But I had a question for him. Every time I think of baseball, nowadays I think about you, because what you bring to the field, how you handle yourself off the field. And this is a question for the audience to know, because I already know the answer. But what got you there? Where you come from? What type of family you have that embrace you and give you that type of education?
Discipline, respect. It just has to be a great combination of everything. Your work ethic, how you want to manage yourself, your education, if it's important to you. It was important to me since day one, so I just brought everything together, and we put it together, and then now we're just seeing the result of it.
Shout out to our presenting sponsor, Nutrisystem for Men. Listen up, everyone. Can you imagine anything easier than getting food delivered to your door to help you lose weight? Anyone, and I mean anyone, can lose weight with Nutrisystem, because it's simple. It's all planned out. You can get your breakfast, your lunch, dinner, and snacks. You don't have to worry about cooking, and the food is delivered right to your door. You just eat the food and lose the weight. You can lose up to 30 pounds in 90 days.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. 30 pounds in 90 days.
They would not even recognize me.
The food is really good. If you don't believe me, they offer a money-back guarantee. It is easy. I know, Papi, you like the bars?
I'm just trying it.
You're big into the bars? I love the vanilla. I mean, I do some of the powder here. Love that. You can get a promo code right here. It's Nutrisystem.com/BigPapi50. 50% off 2 months of food plus free shipping. It's a hell of a deal. Check it out today. Did you see education was important? Because that's not what your mom said. Your mom said it was a real pain in the ass to get you out of bed for school, but
running
it was
around,
easy to
I
get you
can't
up
chase
for
him no more.
Little League games. No. We're not going to do any political answers here. We're going to tell it like it is. So I think one of the cool things about David is that he's got dudes in the league right now that are still hitting him up for tips and everything. But I want to know from you, the day that he gets traded in the James Shields trade. You faced James Shields a lot. Like, you're like, all right, that's a guy. But like, did you know him back then? Were you like, they fucked up? Like they should not have done that?
Let me tell you, the thing about baseball is that baseball is a box full of surprises.
Yeah.
It seems like the White Sox need a pitcher in the big league like James Shields to basically they need a starter that eat a lot of innings, good pitcher, a guy that's stable like him. They wasn't needing my boy at the time because he was in the minor league now. But I can tell you one thing. That kid, I got the opportunity to manage him in the future game. And I was like, okay, Fernando, I'm gonna start your shortstop, but I want to watch you the whole game. You know what he told me? Put me whatever you want. I just want to play. He gave me that answer, and I was like, damn. I started my shortstop. I moved into third base, and it was no different. And I was so impressed with what I saw, those 9th innings, that I had to call my boy, his dad, and I had to be like, bro, only one thing impressed me in baseball more than what I saw that day, and it was Josh Hamilton in a series that we played in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
That he had like 10 stolen bases, he had like 6 bombs. I mean, he destroyed us.
Yeah.
That day was the most impressive thing that I had seen a baseball player do on the field in 9th inning. He was, first of all, it was the guy throwing 98. He hit like he was hitting off the tee. And then they had a guy that came in and threw 103. He was on it like it was nothing. Ball down the hole. Stole a base, looking at the guy. I was like, this is impossible. Like, this kid made the game look so easy. And it was my job to have a conversation with Fernando's father just to make sure. I mean, it's the way I like to protect this type of kid. I had a conversation with him, but I don't even know why I had a conversation with, because Fernando, father, his head is straight in the air. You know, like he know what he want for him.
Yeah.
But he was happy that we had a conversation because he understand baseball so much, and he know the importance of taking care of his son. And I was very happy with what I saw, the family, the way they embrace Junior, and the way they go by the business. But Junior, do you know what you are carrying on your shoulder right now in your early career?
Yeah. I have a small thought of it. You know, I know every kid that plays baseball right now in the Little Leagues is thinking about Fernando Tatís Jr. They want to play like Fernando Tatís Jr. And, you know, those are things that it really matters. It should matter to everyone. You know, you're carrying the next generation since a young age, so you got to learn how to manage yourself from a different standpoint. So, yeah, I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you both had like not similar upbringings. Like, you didn't have like a big league father, but it's like having a big league father, but still growing up in the Dominican Republic. Like, this dude was using like his sister's dolls' heads as baseballs. Like, you were taking grounders.
You don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's taking grounders
Just like
off
my
the
son,
concrete.
they don't have to deal with that.
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Like,
they got real baseball.
He got the real baseball. He got the real glove, but didn't always have a real baseball field to use. Do you think that made you better?
Yes. You know how I feel like how the kids see baseball out there with the passion they play about it, with the passion they play Vitilla. It just makes us better all the way around. You know, that island, it breathes baseball. So just the game, you see the kids playing on the street, you can see what they want to grow for. So
yeah. So I got to ask you this. We got 100% rye right here. We're dropping mics too. What does it mean for you to give 100%? Like, what does that mean? Like, when you give 100%, explain that.
You know, people think like you're gonna bring your body and like what can I say, your how can you say it? Just your best game every single day. But I feel like that's not about it. I feel like it should be, you know, you're not gonna be the same player every single day. You're not gonna have the same energy every single day. Some days you're gonna have your best 80%. So that 80% you gotta bring it at 100%. So this game is hard. This game is an everyday game. You know, you gotta come out every single day, and it's hard. It's hard to play a game like my type of game is like running. You get drained. You get mentally drained, and your body just get wasted.
Sorry to interrupt the podcast, but I got to tell you about the good folks over at Whistle Pig. Why are they my favorite whiskey brand? Great question, because they're based in New England. They're straight out of Vermont. The hardworking people of New England transfers right over to Whistle Pig. Quality ingredients. Look at this pour. It's my favorite whiskey glass. Bet you didn't know I was a whiskey guy, but yeah, look at this. Whew, what a glass. How do I like it? Straight. Cheers. Smooth. Tastes amazing. And I know that you'll love it. David Ortiz, Big Papi, huge whiskey guy. I'm a huge whiskey guy. You could be too. 100% right.
Go to whistlepigwhiskey.com and go get some yourself.
Do it.
So this is interesting that we have both of you here right now, because when you were playing, Chris Archer did not like when you would pimp homers. A lot of people didn't like when you pimp homers, but you have a Hall of Fame resume. Like, you were one of the guys that was like, that's David Ortiz. Like, he can do stuff like that. You're doing that now, but you don't care what people have to say about that. Like, how do you feel about his game? And like, how do you like, because you're kind of like a pioneer in that sense, where you're like, I don't fucking care. Like, if you have an issue with this.
I'm gonna give you an answer.
Okay.
When I sit down to watch a baseball game on TV, that's what I want to see.
Yes, exactly.
I don't mind seeing a old boy from the Dodgers doing this, all that bullshit. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I take you deep,
You can't cry about it. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this game, the fun part about this game is that.
Exactly.
You know, like, we don't need to sit down. You know what made baseball boring? Not seeing that.
Right.
To be honest with you.
Yeah. No one wants to see like
in my
fall in
era,
line.
in my time, I came up watching Ricky Henderson, Ruben Sierra, Manny Ramirez was before me, Delgado, all those guys. You know what I'm saying? The old timers want you to play the game like you were in the military. Hey, let me tell you how I play the game. I wasn't gonna talk about your mama because I think that might be disrespectful. But I was gonna try to whoop your ass and let you know that I'm here to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, oh, you gotta respect me. No, fuck that. I don't have to respect you. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm not gonna talk about your mama though. That's disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna enjoy what I do, and if you don't like it, do something about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these kids, what they are doing nowadays is fun.
Exactly.
There's no more talking about the bat flip, the pimping. They don't talk about it no more. You know why? Because the game needs that. You are a pitcher, do what you gotta do. I don't care, but when I do my thing, I'm gonna enjoy it. Simple as that. I sit down, I'm a fan of baseball now. I don't play baseball no more. My kids, they watch the game, and you know what they talk about?
What?
They don't talk about the guy that catch the ground ball in the hole. They don't talk about the guy that, they talk about the guy that threw 103 years. But they talk about the bat flip.
Yep.
You saw Fernando did? I love it. That's something. Why you think the kids want to come and watch him? You know, I'm in Miami right now. They're playing a series here. I don't play baseball no more, and I got hit for ticket more than what he had.
Right.
Why you think is that?
Well, I mean, that's why it's great for baseball, because you're in a market like San Diego. Like, David was in Boston. He was doing his thing in a big market. But now you like look around the league. It's like Acuna's in Atlanta. Tatis is in San Diego. Like, you have Shohei in Anaheim. There's never been more stars in smaller markets that are still thriving regardless of that. So, like, do you feel like a responsibility for, like, I'm going to play my game, but I still want, like, when you're talking about, like, those kids that are like, yeah, like, they want to grow up to be me. Like, you have to, like, hold yourself to a certain standard, too.
Yeah, you gotta hold yourself accountable, but in different certain areas. But in part of the game, I'm having fun. I feel when you respect the game and you know what you're doing, and like David said, you know, you just gotta enjoy it. This game is hard. It's the hardest game of the world. I'm gonna put it out there.
Facts.
And when you hit a home run, boy, you gotta enjoy it. You gotta enjoy it.
If you just don't hit a home run, I just hit a home run. You know what? I hit a home run in 2013 against the Tiger, and if you see what I did, I'm gonna put it out there right now. Something that people don't know about this. If you go back and watch that home run that I hit against the Tiger
In the playoffs?
in the playoff,
The Grand Slam.
the Grand Slam.
Okay.
It was a line drive. It wasn't like boom, like a ball that I know that it was gonna be going from the very beginning. I did my bat flip, what I normally do. I was running the base like I hit a double. Do you know how many of my friends called me and criticized me for that? The hell, man, I was expecting, it was a big home run. I was expecting more emotion and stuff like that. I don't know what to do. I mean, I wasn't. Like, people is suspecting that.
I
And
thought it made it
homers-
more badass, though. Because, like, the camera shot picks you up coming around second base, going towards third. and you are jogging like you are going back to the dugout because you just flew out. Like, that's what makes him more badass, is because in 2013, it's like you've already been there, done that in October.
Yeah.
If I'm the pitcher, I'm like,
Yeah.
this dude doesn't even care that he just hit a grand slam in the ALCS.
Hey, you know what? To be honest with you, that's the way I feel like. But people have a different respect about it. You know, like people respect something because that's what the game is all about. You know, like these kids, I don't, like before, if you don't have 400 career home run, you're not allowed to do a bat flip. Who cares, bro? I mean, if the emotions that comes with are the one that dictate the moments. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's not if I have 400 career home run or if I have one career home run. Mm. It's the emotions that comes with, and that's why I see that. Bro, when I see a pitcher out there, now that I'm a fan, when I see a pitcher out there dealing, throwing me shout out, 7 innings shout out, nobody can touch his pitches. I be like, oh, whoa, I want to see that. Mm-hmm. I also want to see that.
Right.
But don't try to correct me when I get emotional about a guy or doing a bat flip or doing this. Let me tell you, these guys, let me tell you how you respect the game. These guys, they don't get fancy out there when they are trying to catch a ground ball or when they are trying to make a play. That is respecting the game. Because I tell you what, this guy can catch a ball, throw in the air, and then throw. He can do that.
I know.
I guarantee you, you watch him during practice.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, all the acrobacy, they can do it.
Right.
But guess what? During the game, what they teach us is you got to make sure you get one out. You got to make sure you do this. You got to make sure you routine. You're not allowed to miss it. Mm-hmm. That's what I call respecting the game. But other than that, man, it's all about having fun. Now, I had a question for you. Face and the cover of PlayStation. I was able to do that twice, probably. Take me to the experience because you need to hear about this.
Okay. It was fun. It was crazy. Just the experience. You know, when you go to make the shoot and it's just different things and you just enjoy it. You know, being able, because I was saying to the guys that my favorite game was the one you were on, mm-hmm. the MLB The Show 2006, I think it was.
There you go.
There you go. And now being myself in the cover, you know, being the youngest to ever do it, I mean, damn, I'm making it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what
Let
was
me tell
going
you,
to my
when
head.
you get to be in the cover of the PlayStation game, you've been in the big league for quite a bit doing damage.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the first one ever at that age being on it. What that tells you?
It was you had had like less than 162 games in the big leagues at that point. Like, he hasn't even played a full season.
Bro,
and they're
that's
like, you know what?
kids want.
That's the guy. I agree. Like,
That's
I
what the
100%
kids
agree.
want.
Like, by the time, like, we were literally printing T-shirts that had his face on it, said "Face of Baseball."
That's it.
And I genuinely, because I believed that. It wasn't even just like, he's kind of hot. He's having a hot week. I was like, no. Because when we were talking about this before, we had a conversation about, like, when you walk into a room, like, people, there's a presence there. And, like, that's some of the stars of today's game. You don't necessarily feel that. There's a lot of, you know, comment, like, this guy's just regular ass Joe, and he can walk into the room and he can hit 40 homers, but he doesn't have that presence. Mm-hmm. He has that.
He's the full package.
Yes.
He's the full package. How companies and the off the field stuff are approaching you right now?
Crazy.
All over the place, right?
Crazy.
Yeah. Because the guy is good looking. He's a great player. Yeah. He's young. He's the full package.
I know.
I wasn't that good looking. I was a good player. You know what I'm saying? But they still approach me. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, like David would have to go out there and hit 50 bombs to get like a 1-year deal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you're out here. It's like, all right.
Let the rest of know about that.
That's 100%. So, like, how easy was that decision for you? I mean, obviously, like, it's a lot of money, but like the years was a commitment where you're like, I know that there's a really good chance I'm on a Hall of Fame path. I want that to be all right here.
Mm-hmm. No. What can I say? You know, I was one of those guys that grew up in the game. I love the history of the game. You know, I'm seeing guys go to one team, stay in one team, make history in one team. And that was kind of my goal, you know. And the Padres putting that contract together, putting that kind of money, that kind of year, the city itself, bro, you know, it was...
Dude, you already have a mural there. He's like, he's still alive. Motherfucker's got a mural.
You know what? I gonna tell you one thing, and he gonna tell me if I'm lying or if I'm being right on. He's so busy playing baseball and doing all kinds of stuff that he had never wake up yet and be like, man, I'm rich as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, because that's how busy baseball keep you. But remember, he probably have another deal after he's done with this one.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna be what, 37?
34.
34? You kidding me? Oh my God.
Think about it.
That's ridiculous.
With that body, you
Yeah.
can play until you turn 50.
Right.
I play until 41 with this one. Think about that.
Yeah.
Fernando, when you are in San Diego, and I'm going to ask you this question because I feel it once. I was in San Diego doing something with the company, and I went for the game at the beginning of the season. I didn't call you because I don't want you to be going crazy and shit because I know how you guys are when you guys know that we're on time. But I was in a box watching the game, and once you took that field, the crowd went nuts.
Yeah.
How do you feel when how you feel pressure because of it, or you feel blessed and happy the way the crowd present themselves to you?
You said it, blessed and happy. You know, I feed from them. I feed from that energy. I feel like I'm like that just helped me. You know, I've been around this game. I know what kind of pressure is about in this game, and you know, I feel like I just never had it. You know, people, they get attached to the noise, to what the fans are doing. They take it against them. No, that's gas for me. Like, I feed from them, and they make me play better.
You mentioned pressure. I want to know, where do you feel the most pressure from? Is it like, I had a father that was in the big leagues, so I grew up around the game. Is it people are calling me the face of baseball already? Or is it the contract? Or is it the fact that I've decided to play in a market where we want to win a World Series in San Diego? Like, where does the most pressure come from out of all those factors? 'Cause that has to be a lot, like, overall. Like, not to fill your head with that, but like, shit.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it gets a lot, you know, all the noise around and all the crazy stuff around. But, you know, I feel like for me, the most important thing right now is trying to win. You know, trying to win with my team, trying to take it to, you know, to be the last team standing. I feel like that's the most important goal for me and for the team right now. And then I feel like if I do that, the rest is just going to take care of itself.
So a picture of him came out shirtless in the Dominican.
When?
And it's been a while.
Okay.
So because I'm a baseball player and they know that we know each other, you had no idea how many beautiful girl and models DM me to put in touch with them. Any girlfriend, bro?
That's what I said. I was like, when we were having the discussion, I was like, all right, we haven't had like an MLB guy that, like, perfect example, Keenan Thompson was you on SNL.
Which is bullshit. But yeah.
Like,
Keenan Thompson is 400 pounds heavier than me. Keep going.
It's like, how do we take Tatís and make him that guy that transcends baseball? I was like, we got to get him with like Ariana Grande, or like we got to get him with like a super celebrity girl. Like that's
coming.
yeah.
But
like
let me tell you, bro,
who is it? Like who would be that girl?
Last night I was Premios Juventud, which is the urban music where all the hot everything, all the beautiful young people goes there, right? Next time I go there, I want to go with you. I know they're really gonna be looking at me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But back to the subject, the real thing. Preparation-wise, what do you do during the off season to get ready for the regular season? Because the thing is that when you are Fernando Tatís Jr., he had a day off today. But people, and I'm telling you because I'm gonna put myself in his shoes for a minute. When I used to play, every city we go, like I would take a day off more at Fenway. It's not that I would take it. The manager will give it to me. I noticed that like later down the road, but I noticed that they will give me a day off more when we were at home. That barely happens. Than when we were on the road. Because I noticed that at some point we were winning so many championships that when we
Sorry about it.
Yeah, sorry about it. That when we go on the like we were going to cities that we wasn't even supposed to be there.
Right.
But because of the fans loading up that field, we were supposed to go to those places. Like we would start playing interleague and we were playing the East Coast team. But all of a sudden, I noticed that we had to travel to San Diego to play interleague. But you know that it wasn't part of what the interleague was all about at the beginning.
Right.
So on the road, they want to throw you out there because people want to see you, want to watch you. You know what I'm saying? I know you play the game like a beast, but how you prepare for the season and mentally, do you ever focus on playing 162 games, or you want to play, which I think is really good when you play 140 plus?
Right.
That means you play pretty much the whole season. You know what I'm saying? How you prepare?
In the off season, I feel like that's when the real work start. While you're trying to bring to this year and what you need to prepare for the next year, that's where it really starts. It doesn't start spring training. It doesn't start during the season. You got to prepare over there. And, just being, you just got to be focused over there. ¿Qué fue lo como al final? Para la temporada, ¿verdad?
Sí, para la temporada, sí.
You just gotta prepare yourself mentally, and your work ethic is gonna take care of itself. But I'm a guy that runs to the beach. I'm a guy that work out. I play soccer just to get like my adrenaline up. And like you said, I try to prepare to 162, but I feel that this season dictate that part.
Dictate that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you remember I had this conversation with you. You guys, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do because when you are playing, you're not thinking about being conservative. You're thinking about top your max in any play at any moment. Like this guy, when he's playing shortstop, somebody hit a ball to first base, he want to go and catch that ball too. Like that's the instinct, the mentality. But I had this conversation with him and I told him, you got to be a little conservative sometime in some type of situation. And I had that conversation also with Vladdy Jr., diving headfirst because he's a big boy.
Yeah.
And I got injured trying to dive headfirst. When you are that big, you don't do like the little guy that you get closer to the ground and then slide.
Yeah.
You jump from the top. Bam! You have seen it happen, right? You jump from the top, you create an earthquake on the field,
right.
And then all of a sudden you end up injuring yourself.
Yeah.
And you guys are the type of player that people gonna pay to come and watch you guys play every day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what brought to the table. But this kid right here, let me tell you what he do, because I follow him on Instagram. He do the best thing that any human being can ever do to basically reset your mind. He travel to different places.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where they have beautiful
waterfalls. Yeah, big waterfall guy.
Like,
yeah.
I swear to God, when I see that, I want to jump inside the Instagram and be swimming with it.
Yeah.
Even if I don't know how to swim, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I try to keep it that way. But that's a good.
You're more of a floater.
That's like a good yoga class,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And I wonder why he have such a personality and the way he handles himself and the way he go by the business, his athleticism. I guarantee you that has something to do with that.
Do they ever freak out about that? Like when you're like diving off rocks and like waterfalls, and they're like, "Hey, bro, we just gave you a shit ton of money. Like maybe let's not."
I mean, I've been doing that since forever.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's just part of me. I feel like for you to come over here to the United States, being part of the game, all this noise, you need to go back out there and you gotta you need to reset, to the places that I go that David mentioned. Like you gotta hike, like for example, like 1 hour and 45 minutes, like uphill mountains. And I just go there, I forget my phone at home, I left my phone at home, And, you know, I just bring the camera and just take a picture with my boys, or sometimes it's just me and somebody else, and that's it. But when I go out there, it's just to reset, forget about the people, forget about the world, forget that I have a contract.
Yeah.
And sometimes forget
Right,
that I played
right.
baseball.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to do it. You have to do it. And I feel like that's the real energy where it starts.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
If you're 21 or over and you dip tobacco, pouches, or long cut, you have to try the tobacco alternative, Black Buffalo. It's everything that you love about dipping, including pharmaceutical-grade nicotine, just without the actual tobacco leaf or stem. It's dip literally made from edible green leaves and food-grade ingredients with the same flavors and texture as traditional tobacco products. No compromise. Black Buffalo sells products on their website at blackbuffalo.com and is available in both long cut and pouches, as well as nicotine-free versions called Zero. Actually, I used to dip a lot back then. I used to go to Fenway a lot back in the day, and I would throw a lip in to watch David Ortiz of the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, man. I used to get my groove on.
Yeah.
While I was gonna go to hit, man, I have to.
I mean, shit, that was my Fenway routine. But I kicked it, all done because of Black Buffalo, and you can too if you use promo code Big Papi at checkout. You get 20% off your first order on Black Buffalo.
20% off, people. Come on.
Good deal.
Come on. When you realize that you really want this, because, you know, we got kids and they grow up in that environment of baseball because they got no other choice. But not all of them fall for baseball, you know what I'm saying? When you really, I was watching a documentary about the family. And I saw Fernando saying something that really hit home for me. But I'm pretty sure not some of the people don't know about it. And it was you having again Little League as a kid. But when you really realize that this is what I want, this is what I'm gonna go for.
You know, seeing my dad play, it came along with that. But growing up around the game, and then after that, like, becoming 14, 15, you know, when things started getting real, I had a conversation with my dad, and he was like, we're going to do this for real. And I tell him, yeah, we're going to do this for real. And, you know, the process just started. I started a little bit late, and, you know, I was not the top prospect, like, for my class on those years. And, you know, every year it was like a teaching moment. And every year, like, when I signed the first year in the minor leagues, the second year in the minor leagues, it keep adding on, like, damn, I really want this, because that minor league grind, and especially me, you know, like, I'm not here, like, for the money or like, what this game is going to bring me. You know, my dad was wealthy from the beginning, and, you know, I just keep falling in love with the game, like, every single year.
Love that. I think David mentioned Vladdy. I want to say, was it the Texas Rangers? Like, when you were, like, a teenager, you guys had, like, a workout, and you were both there. Do you remember that at all? Like, do you remember, like, meeting him there? Like, could you see if he was, like, a standout back then, or what was?
Yes. You know, Vladdy, since the beginning, he was one of the top prospects out there, and he showed what he was gonna do in the big leagues. What he's doing right now in the big leagues, I saw it 3-4 years ago. You know, he was hitting the ball so hard, and he was hitting pitchers like it was nothing. And I was like, this guy's going to be impressive.
Yeah.
Favorite baseball player besides your dad and me?
Jose Reyes, Hanley.
Shortstop, coming from home. Okay. Incredible ability, athleticism.
My
both
boys.
of them. Unbelievable. That's a good one.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Who was the poster on the wall?
I never had posters.
Really?
Yeah. I
Me neither.
was one of those
Really?
kids.
Yeah. That's an American shit.
I mean, whatever
My
works.
son had poster.
Yeah.
He's American.
Yeah.
Just to let you know.
Yeah. He.
You know what poster we have at home?
Who's that?
Virgin Mary. Doing it for us. Yeah.
That's incredible.
But we still get starstruck. You know, when you see one of those players, like, up close, you still get starstruck, and, like, you can't talk.
Yeah. What was, like, do you remember having, like, a clubhouse moment where you actually were starstruck, like someone that you met, you were like, oh my God?
I mean, I have so many.
Because weren't there like you were talking like about like going to like Montreal, right?
Yeah,
Like
but
going to
I don't have
Columbus
that
there?
much memory over there in Montreal. I have more about the Mets.
Yeah.
You know, it was Reyes was there. Angel Pagan was a great player by that time. Beltran, Delby Wright. I mean, it was a pretty good loaded team.
Yeah.
Carlos Delgado.
Yep.
So, you know, I remember myself being out there around those guys, and I was like, wow, I'm here. Like, wow, I want to be here.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, because I mean, like back then, when you have a dad that's in the big leagues, you must feel like, hey, like I have like the genetics to do this. Like because when you're talking about like those stories, with your mom about like, hey, go buy me a bat and a glove and a baseball. It's like, well, you already have some. It's like, well, I want the new ones. Like, so like, are you thinking about the big leagues then, or are you just thinking about like, oh, if I got a little league game and I got to like dominate these kids?
Just dominate. You know, for me, the genes, I was blessed about it, but, you know, the thing that separated me the most, it was like my work ethic. And since a young age, you know, being able to see, being so close to the players and being able to learn what they do, how they manage themselves, and I just started putting that in place since I was a kid.
I talked to Rick Ankiel one time. He threw 9 no-hitters as a senior in high school, but his favorite game was that he threw a one-hitter. The hit was a little squib in front of home plate, and then he hit a walk-off home run. Do you like what's your Rick Ankiel game? Where it's just like, this was the standout. Like, I know that I'm better than everyone that I'm playing against right now. Like, it could be at any level.
I remember my first game, I hit 2 home runs, and it was when I was 11.
Okay. Just making kids cry.
And it was 2 opposite field home runs. So I said,
Opposite field. Okay. Now you know why the guy hit opposite field homer so easy, right? You know that as a baseball player, Jared, we feed each other with information, and sometimes when you have a guy on your team that has been around longer, that guy somehow, some way always help the young generation to get better as a player, know how to deal with things on and off the field, and this and that. What Machado means to you?
I mean, how can I put it out there? But, you know, he's the guy I go to on the team. You know, he's the captain on the team. Like, I know it's a guy I can rely on. It's a guy that I can ask questions. He's going to answer me the real deal. He's going to give
305.
305. He's going to give me the right answer, although I don't like it. And, you know, those are stuff that push you. Those are stuff that gets you better. And, you know, when you have a player like that, you just feed for him. And you just both, at the same time, we rise our level of playing the game.
Have you ever met Machado?
No.
The coolest Miami-born of all time.
Yeah.
That's my dog, man. I'm very happy that he's with my boy right here because Machado, you see him like that, but he works extremely hard. I remember Machado when he first came into the league. I always used to mess around with him, came up with Baltimore. And when I first met him, and I was like, so Mr. 305, would you like to ride Lamborghini in Miami? He 30 bombs. At the end of the season, he had like 35. That's my boy. So, talk to me about the team. You guys have a lot of talent there. How you guys are looking? I know you guys and the Dodgers are the competition out there.
Yeah.
I love to watch those series, like watching Yankees and Red Sox series nowadays. So, how you guys feel about it?
We got a lot of talent. It's a great team all the way around. I trust the guys I have right now. I trust what we're going for. And we just got to keep bringing it together. You know, that's what makes good teams. You know, if we keep pushing that line, we keep bringing it together, we keep playing as a team, I think we're going for the long run, no matter what.
Pitching wise, how you guys looking?
Pitching wise, you know, that take our backs so far. I feel like, you know, probably add a little bit 1 or 2 guys. You know, we know a lot about baseball.
Coming up.
We know a lot about baseball, and you know how stuff gets.
You can swear on this. It's okay.
You can fly.
Yeah.
No,
We know how shit gets.
You know how shit gets. You know, shit gets real right
Yeah.
now. Shit gets real right
100%.
now. And we just gotta keep figuring out and just keep pushing.
Do you feel yourself elevating your game like when you're playing the Dodgers? Because it is like the new Red Sox Yankees now. Like those games are basically playoff games every time you guys see each other. Do you feel yourself taking your body to the next level in those games?
You know, those are the kind of series that you just forget that you're tired. Like those are the kind of series that you get to the field and you know you see the people and you just like.
Yeah. You suffer after.
Yeah.
But during,
Yeah.
you good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you brought that extra energy that after you play a 3 or 4 game series with that one team, you feel it.
Yeah,
Trust
I mean,
me
like
now.
this dude could like tap into like the anger and the rage. Like this dude against the Minnesota Twins, he was like, you know what, motherfucker.
You remember
But, like,
that shit?
Oh my god, yeah. But like you're not gonna see the White Sox, and I doubt that you even care.
Yeah.
But those Padre Dodger games, they must feel to you like playoff games, especially now that the fans are back.
Yes, since the beginning, I feel like we have shown it out there. The game that we have played since the beginning of the season. I mean, it was playoff baseball since the first season. So I feel like it's great for baseball, and just it's great for us because baseball at that magnitude, at that level, it's just good baseball all the way around.
Football and basketball. And I'm going to go a little back to our first conversation when we were talking about Batfleet and stuff like that. Why you think a lot of kids are going for basketball and football? It's not just because of the money. It's because of how fun it looks while they get either a touchdown, a nice catch, a dunk. Because the kids follow for fun things, even if it became to be a business down the road. But they want to keep it fun. And in any sport that you play, if you don't keep it fun, it's not going to be what you're going to fall in love with. You know what I'm saying? That's the competition. Now, I'm working on TV now, and I'm watching more baseball than ever right now. If I give me 5 players in the league that you think are the top players out of all of baseball,
Feel free to say yourself.
without counting you.
Without counting me, if Acuna wouldn't be injured, he's one of those
That's on
guys.
my list.
He's on my list. I feel like what Shohei Ohtani is doing right now, if he maintains that level, we're watching history.
Let me make a stop right there. Don't you think that what he's doing is impossible? I was talking about baseball player routine, and here's my witness right now. Here's my witness. Position player have a routine that it took, 24 hours is not enough to complete that routine. Okay? Because you got to get to the field. This is what I used to do, and I'm pretty sure that's where Fernando is at right now. You get to the field early, you condition your body. Sometimes you go into the training room to condition, and then you go to the gym. And then from there, you go to the cages. And then from there, you go to the field. But sometimes when the team just arrived, just came in town, the opposition, you have a meeting to talk about the team. Yeah. All right? It's a lot of shit. Yeah. So how can you do that as a position player and then complete the routine as a pitcher? Right. I don't understand. Because the pitcher have a different routine. The pitcher go in a different room away from the position player to talk about hitters, to talk about a slider, to talk about where to pitch, where to throw, all them bullshit signs that they got going on now. Have you seen in the middle of the game?
Oh yeah, they got the card. Yeah.
3,
Yeah.
2. That's a lot. This guy is hitting bomb and striking your ass out.
Yeah. That's right.
To me, that's why I call it impossible mission. Or Mission Impossible, whatever.
It's a hard thing, and just the preparation before it. It's not being in the game. It's the preparation to get to the game. Right. What he's doing, and
it's great.
That's
so that's your number.
guy.
That's
Yeah.
you go number 2.
yes, Blatty.
Blatty. That's
Wait,
on my
did
list.
you face Shohei in the All-Star game?
I did.
How was that?
I had a fly ball. He got lucky.
He got away with shit.
No, but he can deal. He's a dealer. Hopefully if he can stay healthy, he's gonna keep doing it.
So you got Acuna, Shohei, Vladdy, 2 spots.
2 spots. We're talking about guys that been doing it or that doing it this year.
No, been doing it. I mean, whatever you want to go.
I need to go with Bellinger.
Yeah.
I need to go with Bellinger.
Yeah. Good pick.
I feel like sometimes people forget what he can do.
Yeah.
But his resume is full.
Injuries sometimes make people forget.
Right.
Until you come back and get hot.
Yes.
But that guy is dangerous.
Yep.
I mean,
popping his shoulder.
athletic, dangerous. He can play multiple positions. I mean, to me, once he's healthy, I throw him against anybody.
You know what I love about Bellinger the most, though? He buys jewelry for his friends.
He does? Oh, man, I need a teammate like that. Bro, why you wasn't born like 30 years before? So you can be my teammate.
Yeah. So we got 4 spots.
4 spots. The last spot, I need to go with 2 guys because I can't leave them out. It needs to be Juan Soto and Mike Trout.
Yeah. Okay.
That's right. I give you that extra spot.
That's fair.
You're
I mean,
right.
Mike Trout is kind of like a
fair.
default. You have
That's
to say
fair.
Mike Trout. That's fair.
Definitely.
We got to give a shout out to our guys at Black Buffalo. They're big into charging ahead. So we got to ask you, what's next? Don't say World Series. You can't say World Series. You got paid. You're in the big leagues. You're on the face of video games.
And everybody want to watch him play.
Yeah, I put it this way. I have the MLB package, and the only channel that I have memorized is the Padres channel.
My kids talk
it's
about
it's
my
3023. That's the Padres channel. So I tune in, I watch him, I'll watch Shohei on the Angels. But what is next for you? And you can't say I want to win a World Series. That everyone wants to win a World Series.
What's next? Just keep doing it.
They have to be winning the World Series.
Well, I'm saying everyone wants to win the World Series. What else? What other boxes do you have to check at this point?
I don't even have one. For me,
MVP?
putting something out there, I don't know. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Just...
He's definitely not getting married right now.
No. Jeter laid the blueprint. Stick
I know,
to
right?
it. Yeah, stick
Thank
to
God,
that
thank-
blueprint.
Woof.
You got anything else, Papi?
No, man. I'm so glad
busy guy.
and happy that I got to have my man on a show. It's a blessing. I mean, every time I see this kid, man, on that field, representing, doing what he does, it brings a lot of memory to me. Because, first of all, I remember watching him during winter ball when I played with his dad, running around the clubhouse, wanting to have a bat in his hand and a glove all the time. And then later on, you'll be like, man, this is like the kid that was running in the clubhouse. It's the best player in the game. It's something that's why you can never shut down any dreams on any youngster. So if you want to send any message to just those young kids out there that are watching and want to be like you someday, what will you tell them?
I feel like I have that one side message for every single kid. Is just like dream big, make it happen. I feel like when you dream big, and if you make it happen, you got the world on your shoulders.
Simple as
Cannot be a
that.
better feeling than that.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Fernando Tatís Jr., David Ortiz. This was Call Him Papi. We'll see you for the next one.
See ya. You watched the whole video and you didn't subscribe? That's fucked up.
Very fucked up. I would agree. We also have a
Click
ton
on
of other
that,
channels.
homie.
If you like this video that you just watched, we have a ton of others. Go subscribe. Check them out.